closing the door on a lifetime of advocacy. Paul Kane was 18 years old when he was first taken to hospital with kidney failure. After 10 years in and out of wards for dialysis, he says he had moments where he wanted to die. Though halfway through a billiards game in Workington, he received a phone call telling him a donor kidney had been found.
And after the operation, wow, you just felt, even though you were full of stitches and in pain, it was great. You just felt fresh and energetic. And I tried to get a job for 10 years. Within 3 months of that lovely lady gave me a kidney. She carried the card, changed my life, saved my life, and in 3 months I'd met Joanna. I had a job, and in 6 months we were married, and in a year we had our first child. And I was like living a dream.
After 7 years, the donor kidney failed, at which point Paul's brother Alan stepped forward as his second saviour. After that, Paul began donating his own time, fundraising and campaigning to change transplant law from an opt-in to an opt-out system. This law was changed in England in 2020.
The question is, what do you want to do? If it was your family, your children, do you want to hand them a wreath or a bouquet? Well, I chose a bouquet because life is good and we have the power to share our organs that we don't need. Living donors, they're heroes. They walk into an operating theatre to take the pain, to give someone else the gain.
Now his work is coming to a close. The steroids Paul takes to ensure his body doesn't reject the donor kidney lowers his immune system. As a result, he's developed functional neurological damage, and the nerves linking his feet and eyes to his brain are being dissolved. He expects to be fully blind by Christmas. Before that, he wants to carry out his final act of donor advocacy.
And there's nothing they can do, so, well, I was diagnosed in January. I was driving the car quite safely, and today I can hardly see you to talk to you. To me, I've campaigned, well, for over 35 years to promote deemed consent, living donor awareness, organ donation awareness. I've knocked on every door, and I've done it tirelessly because I wanted to help. And I knew I wouldn't be able to do that anymore simply because practical things like the PowerPoint and stuff like that. So I want to go out with a bang. I'm going to do a last presentation to the Parkinson's group at Workington. I don't think I'll be able to do any after that. I don't think it's going to be realistic.
Through the generosity of his first donor, Paul was able to start his own family. And thanks to his brother Alan, he has watched the birth of his 3 children, seen his daughter graduate, welcomed 3 grandchildren, and was even able to perform best man duties at his brother's wedding. Knowing what you know now about the medical problems you're facing, would you still take that deal?
That's not the question. The question is maximising the opportunity, because without that transplant, I wouldn't have had an opportunity. It would have been an ending. With the transplant, it's a beginning, and that's very powerful. So after I've had over 25, 26 years, and I've had a great life, great career, so it's absolute no-brainer. I'm going to walk into that dark, and I'm going to light it up with an attitude that will not be dampened.
The upcoming event in Workington where Paul will speak may be his personal swan song for speaking about organ donation. But he's going into this next chapter with the support of a family he's built, with 35 years of a life he was gifted. Kieran McFadgen, ITV News.